Please stand and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to open the Egg Harbor City Council meeting of August 13th, 2026. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Egg Harbor City Common Council is provided in the following manner. Notice was posted on the Egg Harbor City Bulletin Board, in the Egg Harbor City website, and with the Hamilton Gazette. Roll call, please.
Mayor Gimpetti. Here. Jody.
Here.
Galloway. Here. Heiss. Here. Hussey. Here. Keener.
Here.
Ortiz. Sen.
Here.
Timbers. Wright. Councilman Wright did say he wouldn't be here tonight.
Okay. Number 4 on our agenda is presentation for Herb Foods Incorporated. And we're going to start with a video. Jody, please. The first one, the hers one. And I'd like to introduce Ed Herb and his wife Diane, who are with us tonight. Thank you for coming. Before this starts, Ed, did you want to review it or kind of explain what it is?
I didn't know exactly what the agenda was, but the way my notes read, I was gonna say a thank you and present the video after
Okay, we could do that.
the recognition.
All
Does
right.
that work for you?
Yes, that works.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, second video.
I can turn my notes out.
That's sorry about that. I kind of remember us talking. Once, as this is getting ready to play, this is our assemblyman for our district, Anthony Angelosi, who has offered a resolution in the Assembly of the United States of the state of New Jersey. So he presented it and it was passed, and he's going to talk a little bit about it. I think he is.
Play when I'm screen sharing.
We have our IT guy or person that's working on this.
Brought ours too.
Yeah. Is he? Okay.
Any suggestions?
Can't go anywhere without today.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. Ryan, you're pretty good with that. You operate.
You know, while she's doing that, I'll read the resolution. That was.
Proclamation.
This was the New Jersey Assembly. Resolution offered by Assemblyman Angelosi. Whereas on August 13th, 2026, Herb Foods Incorporated, highly esteemed in the Garden State, will mark its 80th anniversary in business and 60th anniversary of the opening of the distribution center here in Egg Harbor City. Whereas the General Assembly in the state of New Jersey is pleased to honor and congratulate Herb Foods Incorporated upon this occasion and commend its steadfast commitment to providing customers with outstanding snack foods. And whereas a family-owned and operated enterprise founded in Pennsylvania, Herb Foods has grown and thrived during the past 8 decades, transforming into a brand that is recognized worldwide for its delicious pretzels and chips, And this expansion was accomplished through its many successful distribution centers, exemplified by the city of Egg Harbor location that has provided employment opportunities in this area since 1966. We think it's 1966.
Yeah, around that.
We're close. We're close. Okay, whereas within all spheres, Herb Foods Incorporated has established a model worthy of emulation and has set a standard of excellence towards which all others might strive. Whereas it is altogether fitting and proper for the members of the New Jersey State Legislature to pause in their deliberations to recognize Herb Foods and its City of Egg Harbor Distribution Center and affirm their importance to the people of this state. And therefore be it resolved, the General Assembly of the State of New Jersey, that this House hereby salutes Herb Foods and its City of Egg Harbor Distribution Center, pays tribute to their sterling record of dedicated service, and extends sincere best wishes for continued vigor and prosperity in all the years to come. Be it further resolved that a duly authenticated copy of this resolution, signed by the speaker and attested by the clerk, be transmitted to Herb Foods Incorporated. So if you come up and accept this resolution.
Joe, are we doing all the awards first?
No, yes. I think that's easy. Yeah. You want to get in front of the?
Oh, yeah, go in front of the podium.
It's good. Where do you want to
You
go?
take her. There we go.
This is our mayor, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Mayor Lisa.
You might as well stay up here. We're gonna do this first.
All right, I'll step.
No,
Throw out the name.
Yeah, we got to stay in the picture
yeah.
on the count. All right, so you stand right here.
We good? That's perfect. So. That proclamation, Herb Foods Incorporated, and we do occasionally recognize outstanding businesses in Egg Harbor City, and this is definitely one of them. And I thank President of the council, Joe Keener, for organizing this event. He does have a little bit of a vested interest in it because he did work for her, so he knows everybody, so that's why we're here.
Pretty much random.
I remember having discussions Joe and I had about getting chips, moving the Afghanistan mountains.
Oh, my. That's
Did
nice.
you ever figure that out?
Yeah, we figured out what happened.
Can't do it.
Fun stuff we used to talk about. All right, so with that, I'll read. Whereas Herb Foods Incorporated, established in 1946 by James S. Herb, is the largest family-owned snack food company in America. And whereas Herb Food Incorporated is celebrating their 80th anniversary this year, with Ed Herb, the previous CEO and president, serving as the executive chairman. Whereas Egg Harbor City was the first branch established outside of the main facility in Nottingham, Pennsylvania, and upon opening, John Thomas became the first branch manager. And whereas, most notably, 2026 marks her 60th year operating in Egg Harbor City. Whereas, the Egg Harbor City branch of Herb Foods has been a great local partner and an asset to our community. Over the years, they have donated an innumerable amount of snack foods for local events and employed many residents. In fact, hers was a first job for many of our youth, including one of my sons.
Awesome.
The residents and council are grateful for their partnership over the past 60 years and very proud to have Herb Foods Incorporated in Egg Harbor City. Now, therefore, be it resolved to thank them for all their contributions to our community and commemorate their 60th anniversary at Egg Harbor City, that I, Lisa Gimpetti, Mayor of Egg Harbor City, proclaim August 13th, Herb Foods Day in Egg Harbor City in perpetuity. And wish the company continued success.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Okay, also, we have another, I think, and wherever you think it is. So this is a tribute of appreciation honoring Her Foods Incorporated. Ed Her, Chairman of the Board. I have John on here. John was supposed to come. John was our first branch manager. He hired. For your exceptional leadership and your enduring partnership with Egg Harbor City through nearly 6 decades of commitment, hers has become an important part of our community's history and economic vitality. Congratulations on 80 years of excellence and best wishes for continued success. Presented by the Mayor and Council, August 13th, 2027.
And give me that picture. And where should we?
You wanna do it up here or back there? Oh, yeah, by the flag would be nice.
Let's hold it up. Can we hold all 3 of these in the picture? I'll
Gotta
take
get your
one.
help from here.
Here. Don, you take something. That you hold something for me. Here, you hold this one. And let's go over here by the flag. We're gonna do an article in our company, you'll see it. All right, let's put these in. Get your range. Let's go in here. See. That good? Oh, this looks great. Thank you so much. Oh,
Wait.
everybody, I wanna see you smile. We're happy.
Thank you.
Hey, let's take a picture, man.
All right, 1, 2, 3. I don't need.
We're gonna do the Angelosi video first.
Yeah, what's that?
We're gonna do the Angelosi video first. Then we'll call you.
Hi, everybody. This is Assemblyman Angelosi, and I want to apologize for my absence at the council meeting. I wanted to take a moment to recognize Ed Her and John Thomas for their longstanding contributions to Egg Harbor City at the Hers Food Distribution Center, which is celebrating their 60th anniversary. John, you were the first branch manager at the Egg Harbor City Distribution Center. Your leadership and passion played a vital role in the distribution center's success. Ed, your leadership in your family business has been instrumental in the nationwide success of Her Snacks. So Ed and John, please accept this ceremonial resolution to recognize Hers Food and your contributions to Egg Harbor City. Thank you again for all that you do.
I just want to say a couple words about. I had the opportunity and the honor of working for Her Foods for 42 years. And I thank Ed and the entire family at Hers and everybody that I worked with there for the time that we had. And we've been able to retire. We've been able to do a lot of things that we only dreamed about before. And for you to come here tonight and for us to have the opportunity to honor you, I thank you. So I'd like to introduce Mr. Ed Her, Executive Chairman of Her Foods.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Jim. This is so cool, isn't it? Are we having fun? Well, I'll tell you, hello, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry I have my back to some of you. Diane and I are happy to be here. We had a nice drive down here from the little village of Nottingham, and it's really great to be in Egg Harbor City. So thank you to Joe,
Mayor Lisa, council members. We're honored and the words were very nice words and very thoughtful. So thank you very much for all of that. And congratulations on your town. This is a nice little spot in the world and you should be proud. I was wondering when I walked in here if you raised taxes because this is a pretty nice abode you have. But thank you too for all the years of being such good partners to Her Foods. It was a good relationship. Thanks for being a great home to our first branch, our first company branch, as was mentioned earlier. And so grateful for the HERS representation here tonight. I didn't personally invite anybody because everybody's working so hard, but I'm really happy that you're here. And these guys give you an example of our whole team where it's just special people. So thank you guys for being special and for being here. For those of you who I'm meeting for the first time, the new friends that we have, congratulations on your life. It's nice to meet you. I was always grateful for the HERS culture, and I was lucky enough to grow up in the HERS culture. There was a time when I was single in my life for like 25 years. And then I met Diane, and I was 62 and she was 54. Do you mind me saying that? That was almost 10 years ago. And when I met Diane, a little while after we were together, we were at a big family meeting. And after we left the big family, we have a big family. So like when we have a 4th of July picnic at our house, there's like 75 people there. There's 95 people in our family. So after one of these meetings, Diane's a little bit shy until you get to know her a little bit. And so I asked her on the way home from one of these get-togethers, I said, hey, honey, like, how was that? How was that with the whole family? How do you feel? And she looked at me and she said, Ed, I can't believe it. Your family is so kind and loving. And I was like, really? But it's true, and it permeates through our whole company. And I'll tell you why, because when my parents, Jim and Mim Herb, who you'll meet here in a second on the virtual side, when they were alive and running the company back more than 10 years ago, longer, there was 3 things. I tell our people, there's 3 things that I would take away from their life that were very important to them, that changed everything for our little world. One was they loved God, they loved people, and they loved hard work. And sometimes it didn't matter if you were successful as long as you worked hard. You know people like that? Like if you're having a problem, just get busy and it'll take care of itself. So I'm going to show you this video. This is a very old video. It's like a golden oldie video. But the reason I brought it is because it does a good job of telling the story of how our company started. And more importantly, it gives you a chance to just get a real quick glimpse of my parents, Jim and Mim Herb. They were the sweetest couple, and you'll see why I say that. And then I'm going to come back and say just a few more things, and then I'll be done. All right, so we're ready to go.
While we're waiting, I just want to say I had an opportunity to present sales numbers to Ed many times. And sometimes they weren't the best, but sometimes they were. So we had good and bad, right? So
I didn't beat you up too bad.
not too bad.
Hi, I'm Ed Herr. Welcome to my home. Before you start the factory tour, I want to tell you a story about our company's founders, my parents, Jim and Mim Herr. They were just ordinary folks like you and me, but with a little bit of dreaming and a lot of hard work, they created something bigger and more special than any of us could have ever imagined. Here's how it all began.
I told my father I'd like to do something else where I could talk to people, because I feel like it would be more fun. And he said, well, it'd be okay with him, but he said, I really don't have any money to help you get into anything. I watched the newspaper, all the possibilities of businesses, and I saw a potato chip business for sale for $1,775.
Well, he came into the law office, unbeknownst to me, and I saw him out there with this peroxide blonde and another man, and I thought, I wonder why he needs to see a lawyer. And when Mr. Wenger came out of the office and said, Miss Hershey, make a loan out to Jim Herr for $1,775, I thought, oh my, what kind of trouble are we in? But at that night, he called me. He said, well, he left the office. He said, I'll call you and we'll get together tonight. And I thought, I hope so. And so he explained to me then that he bought a business.
It all started in 1946 on Charlotte Street in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, with just 2 iron kettles, a potato peeler, a slicer, and an old panel truck. Dad began turning his business dreams into reality. Having been raised on a chicken farm, Dad didn't have the first idea about how to make potato chips. All he knew was that he loved people and he wanted to make them happy. As Dad started to get the hang of things, the company began to grow. He would peel, slice, and cook the potatoes in the morning, and then pack them and deliver them door to door in the afternoon. Sometimes Mother would help him with the larger deliveries after she had finished her day's work at the law firm. This arrangement worked pretty well for both the company and my parents, and they were married in April of 1947. That same year, the newlyweds moved their business from a small space on Charlotte Street to a tobacco barn on Dad's family farm. In 1949, they welcomed their first child, my sister June, and moved the growing business yet again to an even larger space in West Willow. Things were going pretty well for the young family, but the good times came to a screeching halt in 1951 when a devastating fire destroyed the factory and all the production equipment inside. Years of hard work wiped out in a matter of minutes. Thankfully, no one was injured. As you can imagine, that was a scary and uncertain time for my parents. They were faced with a very tough decision. Should they work to rebuild the business, or should they just walk away? Luckily for all of us, they decided to start again. In 1952, Mom and Dad bought a farmhouse with 39 acres in Nottingham. This proved to be a very good move for both the family and our business. Before long, they were back to making potato chips, and we've been here ever since. Once again, both the Herr company and the family grew. By 1959, Mom and Dad were the proud parents of 5 children and the owners of a thriving snack food company. In the decades that have followed, our family has continued to grow and improve and expand the business. We're constantly developing new products and seeking out unique flavors to offer our customers. While Mom and Dad are no longer around to see all these great innovations, their values of quality, honesty, and most importantly, faith live on through the company they built and the people who make it all possible. You see, whether you're an employee, a customer, or visiting us for the first time, we consider you part of the Herr's Forever Good family. And wow, are we continuing to grow. With over 1,500 employees, more than 700 sales routes, and products in 49 countries around the globe, our company brings freshness and flavor to millions of happy customers each and every year. But there's more to Herr Foods than just great snacks. We are dedicated to preserving the environment through repurposing our factory's water and potato peelings at the Herr Angus farm. We also have a starch recovery system which collects potato starch for paper manufacturers. And we are dedicated to reducing energy consumption through the use of the state-of-the-art steam recovery system. In addition, Her Foods is dedicated to giving back to the communities we serve to ensure that Mom and Dad's legacy of putting others first lives on. From our humble beginnings to our exciting future, Her Foods is a living, breathing example of good people making good snacks for good times. We promise to continue our lifelong dream of being a family-run company that adds a delicious crunch to your family's favorite moments. Well, that's our story. Now it's time for you to experience the forever goodness for yourself. Enjoy the tour, especially those hot chips, fresh off the line. Thanks for coming to see us, and come back again soon.
Thanks. I don't have hot chips for you tonight, but I did bring cold chips. There's cold chips out there somewhere. So let's go with the date that was stated earlier, 1966. I would have been about 10 years old. And I remember Dad coming home for dinner that night, and he said, "Mom, we're going to go across the Delaware Memorial Bridge." And it turned out that our top salesperson at the time, Ben Fenninger, had picked up an account called the Heritage Stores or Heritage Stores, however you say it, depending on if you're a family member or not. Another good family business. So we picked up this account, and we had to figure out a way to give them good service, because that's one of the things we do. So that's when we first came to Egg Harbor. That was the first branch, like we said earlier, that we ever had. We had no idea how much Heritage was going to grow or how much Wawa was going to grow, because Wawa wasn't even in New Jersey at the time. They were opening one store, I think it was, up in Pennsylvania. So that's that. So today we make about between 5 and 6 tons of potato chips every hour. Potato chips are about half of the snacks that we make. We make 350 million bags of snacks per year. Now, that sounds pretty impressive, but in other ways, it's very small potatoes, because Frito-Lay is 50 times our size. Think about that, 50 times our size. So we are either the largest or one of the largest family-owned and operated snack food companies, with all the consolidation that's happening. But today, we're competing with giants. Not only Frito-Lay, we compete with Hershey, we compete with Campbell's, all these companies that have bought up the Snyder's and the Lance and all these different companies. Us is another competitor. So the way we compete with these giants is that we have to be our best. So we think about what is it that is our point of difference? Like, why would a customer buy our products, or why would a consumer buy our products? So we focus on these things. We focus on making the best quality snacks we can buy. Even saying that makes me nervous, because somebody's going to open up a bag later, and I'm going to wonder, like, is that going to be the best it could be? Right? That's how serious we take it. And then we always pride ourselves in giving the absolute best service. These guys can attest to that. We are second to none. Every time Wawa does a survey, or any of our customers, hers always comes out on top. The absolute best service in the industry. We value relationships, just like this relationship. We take pride in long-term relationships. And of course, we're a family business, we're a local business, and we place a lot of value on values. And we love being generous, like the video said, to our employees, to our communities, etc. But we do live in a world of conglomerates, and we have gotten to the place where we just love our little spot in the world. We like competing with giants, and we run into people all the time, customers, that say it's so nice working with you guys, because we build trust with you. You do what you say you're going to do. We can count on you, and we love that because it's part of our legacy. So I'll give you an example of that. The biggest example I could ever think of, about 15 years ago, my nephew went to Chick-fil-A with an idea. This would be my brother Jim's son, Jim. And he said, Chick-fil-A has a waffle cut fry. And we make what we call waffle cut chip, right? Cross cut chip. What do we call it? Lattice chip. That's right. Thank you very much. From the top warehouse manager in the world. So he went to them and said, hey, we have a chip that's just like your fry. What about like if Egg Harbor City orders 50 Chick-fil-A sandwiches for a party they're having, instead of giving them cold, soggy fries, you give them a bag of chips with their chicken sandwich. And they bought into that idea. So we've been selling Chick-fil-A these chips for their catering business. Then one day, they and us got this brainstorm. What about if we take the Chick-fil-A chip nationwide and we put it in all the supermarkets? So they wanted to work with us. Of all the companies they could work with. Why did they want to work with us? Because they could trust us, because we had a good relationship. We had the same values. We have great quality. We have good service. These were all the things, we checked all the boxes. These were all the things that they loved. So that's an example. It's a really good example of where we say, look, it's great that my nephew called on this account, but what really makes it work is that our business is lined up with how Chick-fil-A wants to do business. And that's what we all work hard for every day, making sure we protect that point of difference. Now, that's all I was going to say. Does anybody have a question? And you don't have to feel like you should have a question.
Do you know what the most favorite flavor is?
Yeah. It goes back and forth, but I think it's still sour cream and onion, and then barbecue, and then salt and vinegar. How does it work in your branches? Is that
sour cream
barbecue sometimes on top?
Usually honey barbecue.
Honey barbecue's picking up.
Yeah, honey barbecue. That's fine. Salt and vinegar is still strong.
And Ripple and regular are kind of neck and neck.
Ripple actually jumps up there with sour cream and onion sometimes.
Okay. See, if I don't have the answer, we have the answer.
Do you have an Egg Harbor City flavor?
It's an opportunity.
Fine flavor.
I like it.
I just wanted to say thank you on behalf of the Rotary. They donate to the Halloween parade. They donate the chips. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Where did the Hearst colors come from? Is there anything on the, where the color of your truck?
I think it was more patriotic back when Dad was, there was a time where politics was kind of a beautiful thing. I'm not saying it's not going to get back to that, but depends how you look at the glass as a halfway. But I think it was more patriotic, like the flag, but he didn't want it to be just like the flag. He liked the turquoise color more than like a dark blue. But it started out with the red hers and the turquoise, and then we had white polka dots all over the truck years ago. White polka dots. Crazy. Anything else? We good? All right. Well, I just wanted to say thanks again. Thanks for having us in your city. Thanks for being good friends all these years. Thanks for making it a place that was successful for us, and we never look back. And I feel the blessing from you guys tonight, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take about a 10-minute break. While it gathers up, if anybody wants to say hello, is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so. We're going to reconvene our meeting. We're going to skip number 5 till the end. And we're going to go to number 6. Public comment. Yes, ma'am. Hello. Please state your name and address.
Here I go. Good evening, members of the council and Madam Mayor.
This is for agenda items only.
Yes.
Okay.
My name is
Elizabeth Sanderson. And I'm property taxpayer residing at 151 Liverpool Avenue. I am standing before you tonight to demand immediate measurable action on an escalating public safety crisis in our residential zones. I stood at this exact microphone precisely 4 months ago. I asked this council to install basic speed limit signs on my street to curb dangerous driving. No action was taken. Tonight, I'm here to detail the severe cost of that inaction. Since my last request, 2 major accidents have occurred on the exact same intersection of Arago Street and Liverpool Avenue. On June 24th, a vehicle was T-boned so violently that at the intersection, it rolled over completely. Then on August 4th, a bicyclist was struck at the very same spot, suffering a very bloody broken leg. I have the photographic evidence of the rollover. I'm going to give everybody one of these just so you have it. It has all my talking points in here, okay?
Okay.
Our police department has the logs of these dispatches. Our neighborhood shouldn't have to crowdsource traffic safety investigations on social media or capture our own video logs just to prove we need basic speed limit signs. Our terraces are being treated like racetracks. I see this all the time. We cannot wait for another fatality before this town decides to install basic traffic calming infrastructure. This infrastructure deficit extends to vehicle law enforcement. Every day we see adults operating ATVs on public streets carrying children on their laps without helmets. Modified high-speed e-bikes race through pedestrian areas while riders stare at their phones mounted directly in front of them, completely distracted and entirely without helmets. These violations happen completely unchecked. This brings me to a larger issue of resource allocation. We are facing a critical law enforcement gap with reports of only 2 officers available for the morning shift and 2 at night. This roster is a massive safety hazard for the officers themselves and our community. Our residential zones are uniquely overburdened. We house a corrections facility, adult entertainment venues, including live nude shows, sexual predators. There's 22 of them in this area, and 9 separate halfway houses, which I believe if you check zoning ordinance, they'll probably be illegal as well. And I heard this when I was having my garage sale. So I was buying for one of 11 of these halfway houses. If the town is going to host these facilities, a matching police presence must be funded to monitor them. As taxpayers, we must ask, where are our property taxes going? I'm not the only resident dealing with misaligned municipal priorities. While code enforcement aggressively targets front yard community food pantries, that was back in 2019, they let commercial entities violate our local ordinances without consequence. The lighting at the Wells Fargo Bank functions like a football stadium. The blinding glare disrupts neighbors and creates a severe hazard for approaching drivers. According to Chapter 170 of our own land use ordinance, use and development ordinance, commercial illumination devices must be shielded to prevent glare from casting directly into dwellings or onto the public right of way. It's in my house for 7 years. Every floor, backyard, I came home walking my backyard without getting that glare of the light, you can't see. I demand that code enforcement issue an immediate citation requiring Wells Fargo to install proper house side shields. Furthermore, while this council aggressively spends $400,000 on studies to clear a 100-acre landfill for major commercial projects on Moss Mill Road, we're told there's no budget for basic neighborhood safety. Stop prioritizing corporate developers over the taxpayers who live here. I have attached our ordinance regarding commercial lighting as well as who to reach out to address this issue. I've also included prices of different options for slowing people down on our residential streets. I hope they help assist you in fixing these problems. I've also attached statistics of why we need at least 4 officers on duty per shift. I want to know tonight who on this council is taking personal ownership of ordering the speed limit signs for Liverpool Avenue and on what exact date they will be installed. So that is my.
So you're going to leave a copy of that?
I have one for
Okay.
everybody.
All right, we'll look at all your points.
Thank you
and-
so much. I appreciate it.
We thank you for coming.
I do just want to say that,
I know
I know you're
saw
referring
that.
to the number 23 on the
Yeah.
public hearing, so we are taking some steps.
I'm just tired of it, guys. I really
Yeah.
am. It's
And-
so, tragic. And you know what? I don't want anything to happen to my neighbor's baby. I don't want anything to happen to my other neighbor's baby. There's a lot of kids that live in that neighborhood. And people treat it like it's an expressway, I mean, literally, they're revving at Philadelphia Avenue to zoom all the way up Arago Street. And I heard that it happens on every side street, not just mine.
Well, we have purchased speed, what are they called?
Those signs.
And we have purchased those and we spread them out through town very. And then, no, they're ours, and then,
Speed trailer?
the speed, what we have, the little one, remember we bought them?
Speed trailers.
Oh, you stick them out, remember there's one at Rittenberg, remember I could get you the speed trailer?
trailer.
Okay, is that what it's called?
You all of this?
I'm thinking a big trail.
Oh, no, I did it for everybody. That's okay.
But also, we are working on, our attorney, regular attorney isn't here today, but, we are working on getting some stop signs to protect our pedestrians also, so hopefully we're gonna get there. And we're painting.
Mr. Ortiz.
Well, yeah, well, the orange, that's being done right now, too.
Well, I'll tell you what. I have pictures of everything as well, and the curve from somebody that was actually there doing the tourniquet for the guy that. Yeah. And the police officer did not have a tourniquet in his car. The next one that came, he didn't even know how to work it. But I did give you guys some ideas for. Trying to do that, you know what I mean, like. Pencil is like $250, of course you have to pay for the labor, but it's something.
Yeah, we're trying. We know there was that. And I feel your pain too.
Thank you.
I walk all the time.
Not all for me, it's
Take
just
my
for
life in my
kids.
hand.
It's just for our kids,
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for.
I wanted to ask you something. The lights at Wells Fargo, are you talking
God.
about the pull through at Wells Fargo?
Yeah, the drive-through, I'm right across the street from 151 Liverpool, the drive-through's right there, she's on the corner, she's on the very corner.
Okay.
And they're too high. They have them, it's like, I'm not kidding, and I've been living here for 7 years, and I'm like planting trees to try to hide it. It's gonna take 10 years for those trees to grow to hide it, but then I also have to, it's just.
This is the first I've heard of it. I mean, I get it. Unless you live there, you don't realize it because it's part of
Yeah.
the street,
It's just
Philadelphia
very-
Avenue.
They're too tall, they're not even street height, and it's.
Well, I'm sure they could shield it somehow.
That's why I put in there house shields, anything, even change the light to a yellow instead of it being so
Right.
fluorescent because it's blinding. And everybody says it, that they get blinded on the way.
Ryan, is there anything that they,
I left the
Excuse
food
me.
for you to get.
is there anything that they can do like they did at the gas station?
I mean, in defense of code enforcement, they very rarely pick up light complaints because they don't work at
They
night.
don't work.
So unless they get a complaint, there's nothing really for them to notice.
It's everywhere, they have it on the side, then they have 1, 2, and then,
Right.
and.
My guess is they've upgraded the fixtures to LED fixtures and
You see it.
yeah,
That's like.
yeah, you're,
That looks like.
that's pretty much looking from your yard.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm 151. That's me,
Mhm.
and then she's on the next count, she's there.
Yep.
That's my friend Sonia.
Right.
Okay, that's where the accidents always happen.
Yeah,
Always.
it's at this corner.
The shield should be an easy fix, right?
Yeah, shielding the lights is not a hard thing to do. Like I said, my guess is they replaced the existing light fixtures with LED fixtures that are just.
It's like it's like take me out to the ball game, I'm waiting for the.
And they're not shielded at all.
For the city.
So,
Seven
yeah,
years.
we can reach out to them, and get them to add it. 'Cause you're right.
Here's another bright light.
Oh, well, like a wall
It's-
pack on them.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we can require them to shield all of them. I mean, a lot of times, people will swap out fixtures and they won't come in for a permit, they'll do it. And then again, if we don't get a complaint,
and the light law, it's our, like I
Yeah,
said, it's
you're
our.
right, it's shielded, yeah, I'm also the land use board engineer and planner.
You are?
I'm very familiar with the thanks. So, yeah, I will let Donna, okay, very good. I'll let Donna, the planning and zoning secretary know. We'll have code enforcement reach out.
I hope
But
so,
shielded.
because I will be back. Thank you. Don't make me come back.
We want to take care of your.
Thank you, guys, I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Right. Anyone else wish to be heard on agenda items? Seeing none, we will go to number 7, approve the minutes of July 16th, 2026 council meeting.
Make a motion.
Motion, is there a second? Second. Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. Mayor?
I don't really have too much because I'm sure all the council people will report on it in their reports, but I would like to say that we had a fantastic Dare Olympics on Saturday. The weather was beautiful. We had 40 kids. And it really was excellent. Well, I counted the medals. I undid the medals and there was 40. And also we have a food truck event this Saturday. It's from 3 to 8 and the Philadelphia Avenue will close, parking will close at 7 a.m. and the street on the 100 and 200 blocks will will not be open to traffic to allow for the food truck vendors to set up at 12 o'clock, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
The road's supposed to open, yes, we'll start parking.
And just to let everybody know, there's gonna be a rocking band playing in front of you.
Who's the lead?
So,
As always.
all right, so you don't want to miss that.
And then if you can, I'm sure everybody's car is dusty and dirty. The car wash, the Crusaders cheerleaders are having a car wash at Petrash's from 9 to 12 on Sunday, August 16th. I believe it's $6. So if you can get out and support them, they are trying to buy new uniforms, so that'll help them out a lot. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. It was committee reports. Start with Mrs. Galloway. No report? Okay. Mrs. Hesse?
For Rotary, I just wanted to say we're gearing up for the Halloween parade, which will take place Friday, October 23rd. And for the Code Committee, I just want to say that we met last Tuesday for the first time since the beginning of the year. The mayor, council president, and committee met with Steve Buschhofer, which is the new department head, to get to know his management style and to discuss the department's needs, as well as how the 2 new part-time code enforcement officers are working out. We also discussed the officers' current responsibilities and what additional resources may be needed. The officers are working part-time on rental inspections, grass enforcement during the summer months, which takes up a significant portion of their time. So another code enforcement officer was another code enforcement officer is needed according to the department head. So we may discuss this. The code enforcement officers are aware of the Egg Harbor City Shines initiative and the ongoing issues with problem properties throughout the community. They will continue to monitor these properties and address code enforcement concerns as needed. Thank you. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Mr. Dovey?
No report for public works.
Okay. Mr. Ortiz?
I have nothing for the parks, but for the school board, again, there's a lot going on with the school board right now and the workings of it. There was 2 resignations. There was the vice president that resigned and another person who was there. So
That's in addition to the other 2?
Correct. And then
wow.
on top of that, well, I think it's 2 in total.
Okay.
Not on top of who already resigned. So there is 2 open vacancies for the board, and there's going to be an emergency board meeting being held on the 17th.
What do they do if they don't have a quorum? They have to postpone it again.
They invoke the doctrine of necessity.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Mr. Sen? Good. Mrs. Heist?
I have nothing.
Okay. For me, I just want to say that our movie studio got all their approvals and most of them, right?
They received a certificate of filing from the Finance Commission.
Right.
That's support stuff. It's not applied to the city's land use board and to the county planning.
And I
What does a Poundland certificate of filing mean?
So the certificate of filing, when issued as consistent, which this one was, means that the site plan that you have laid out is consistent with the Finance rules and regulations. So it's compliant with all of their stormwater management rules, it's compliant with the way that they interpret the zoning that applies to the site. So it's a huge hurdle. to be consistent with regulations. So obviously, there's still some work to do at the city and county levels, but
But the Pinelands is
They go over
effectively
yes.
in the bag.
Right, they're content with the application and they would, as long as the local approvals all go through, the Pinelands would approve it as is.
Okay.
So the way it works is they approve it first with their certificate of filing, goes to the local approvals, then it goes back to the commission to sign off, just to make sure you make any changes that make it no longer compliant.
Gotcha.
Separately, we got noticed that, the landfill closure plan was also approved. So that's another big item, both for, developer and for the municipality. So.
So we're close to him actually purchasing the land. There might be a little deal that we can make with him before he actually purchases it, where we get some money for the property,
Yes.
but not actually transfer title to it yet.
Yeah, the city and developer are waiting for a DEP grant to reimburse the plus or minus $400,000 costs that were referenced by the prior speaker. So that there will be no cost to the city or to the developer for that work. But one of the conditions is that the city owns the property while the work is conducted and until a reimbursement is made. So we can't close on the property sale until we get that reimbursement, or else we won't be eligible. So that would be some of them.
What is the 400,000 for? Was that for the?
It's the environmental
structure?
investigation. So GZA Environmental did the work for Atlantic Motion Picture Studios. But the city still owns the property, so technically they did the work for the city orchestrated through there. So all of the investigation costs are all eligible for reimbursement. So that's why it looks like you've been spending a lot of money there, because you've been getting reimbursed past years, which is a company doing investigation.
Thank you.
Okay, I just want to add one more thing. There is, we talked a lot about the A Carver North. And we were in talks, pretty serious talks with DR Horton. That kind of, it's not over with them, but they're pushing for some kind of pilot or abatement, and we're just not willing to do that. So we have other options and we're starting to explore them. And even Jonathan at the studio is interested in doing some of the development there. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I think once the studio breaks ground and we start seeing development there, I think people are going to come begging us for that land for homes. And maybe not beg, they're going to have to pay for it, but we'll see how.
They're gonna be interested in the land for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I just want to clear up one thing. A lot of people, the lady that was up here before said, we're going to clear 100 acres of woodlands for this development in the studio, but it's only 30 or 32 acres that are developable. So we're not going to touch the other 70 acres. So, or 60 acres it is, right?
Yeah.
90 some
It's
acres.
like 34 or so upland acres, 6 of which were formerly a landfill. So it's really only 20 acres of wooded area that is not wetlands buffer, and not landfill.
And the other thing is, Jonathan Saker has told us over and over again that he's not going to clear all the property, all the trees that are along the roads. There's going to be a buffer between the street and the actual buildings that are going to be behind it.
Keep
So,
somewhat of the trees.
Yeah.
Make it a part of the actual facility.
so it's not going to be just torn out and
Land.
buildings go. Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Like that.
okay, next we have our chief of police.
It's been a little while. So since the last council meeting on July 16th through today, give you some numbers. We've had 3 burglaries, 2 fraud cases, 2 simple assaults, 1 stolen motor vehicle, 22 thefts. Please, folks, lock your doors, your vehicle doors. 22 motor vehicle accidents, 4 pedestrian stops, 126 traffic stops. We've had 19 arrests, including 2 DUIs. 12 business alarms, 118 crime prevention activities, 1 criminal mischief call, 10 domestics, 40 EMS incidents, 6 firearms applications, 13 follow-ups, 499 property checks, and 18 public service calls. Some things that we have been up to in the last few weeks. We did have 2 Coalition for Safe Community Cookouts, one at the Harbor City Apartment Complex on July 31st. Another at the Philadelphia Village Apartments on August 6th. It was very warm both days. Thank you to Councilman Ortiz for standing behind the grill at the Philadelphia Village. That was quite warm. So we had one officer who attended a one-day school safety and security class to help better understand ways to keep our schools safe. One officer had crisis negotiator training. We did our annual crossing guard training, which is required, so that way our crossing guards know all of the up-to-date safety protocols that they are required to utilize while crossing the kids. We also have the Cedar Creek Welcome Wagon, which is a lot of fun. The school welcomes 3 incoming freshmen, 1 from each of the sending districts, so Exeter City, Norfolk, and Port Republic. They bring 3 busloads of kids with the band, and they go to the houses of 3 students with pizza and some Cedar Creek swag. So that's always a good time. We had the Youth Justice Commission come in. Every 3 years, we are inspected to make sure that our policies are up to date and that we've been keeping appropriate records. We passed that with flying colors. And I was also able to attend a law enforcement roundtable that Assemblyman Angelosi held a few weeks ago for the various police chiefs or officers from his district. So that was quite, as he said, quite enlightening because he got to hear all of our gripes. In terms of traffic enforcement, I got some complaints about Philadelphia Avenue. Since July 22nd, we've had 60 separate occasions where officers have been sitting on Philadelphia Avenue doing traffic enforcement. Most of the 126 car stops that have happened since then have been either on Philadelphia Avenue or the White Horse Pike. I understand. I forget Belinda, is that her name? I understand her frustration. I really do. When she came at the last time, we did put our speed trailers out on Liverpool Avenue, and we did have officers doing targeted enforcement on those streets. However, we're big billboards, you know, the cars are big billboards. So of course, when we're there, people behave. And that doesn't make it better, and it doesn't negate the frustration. However, there is a lot of personal culpability and responsibility. Police can't be everywhere all the time. Again, it's one of those things. These are issues that she's talking about and she's coming here. I'm more than happy to have a conversation and to, you know, address things as they are occurring. It's frustrating for me that she and other residents may let things build up. You know, if there's an issue, please bring it to our attention. You know, we can do specific traffic enforcement. As indicated, when she came last time, we did do that. And after the complaints on Philadelphia Avenue, we've stepped that up there. But again, it is one of those things where the police can't be everywhere all the time. We are busy, as given by these numbers, between the domestics and the EMS incidents, the motor vehicle accidents themselves. There needs to be a push internally from folks to just drive safer, less distracted. But
That's a good point. People should take it upon themselves to obey the rules of the road.
Yeah, that's not saying that we shouldn't be out there doing enforcement, and we are. But again,
I hear you. And just a side note, I know the person who was struck on the bicycle. He's a good friend of mine, and that wasn't a speeding issue. He was going toward Hamburg Avenue. He was crossing over Liverpool, and there was a woman stopped facing north, and she just didn't see him. She just took off, and boom. It wasn't a speeding thing. It was a not paying attention thing. So that's just another.
No, again,
I'm just throwing that in.
No, that's another thing. Speed is often a factor. However, distracted driving, the lady mentioned, bike riders with screens. Yes, that's an issue. We are trying to, some of our stops, and we call them traffic stops, we're on bicycle riders, ones who don't have their helmets, one who don't, with the new e-bike laws, we're running into an issue because they're supposed to be registered and insured. If they're not insured and registered, then we're technically supposed to tow them. We don't have room to have a junkyard full of e-bikes that we've towed. So we're trying to strategically address issues when we see people who are flagrantly, not following traffic laws on these bikes. Because otherwise we would just have, a backyard full of e-bikes, and that's not necessarily something that.
The prevalence of the e-bikes and the e-scooters blows my mind. It's like everyone has one now. Yeah, they've really proliferated. Yeah.
And they fly down.
Yeah, they're not slow. No.
But it's just like with anything. I mean, it's like the way you drive a car. I mean, you have to be responsible. That's why, to me, I don't understand a lot of times if children, I guess it's what, 16 now? 15. Is it 15 that they could get an e-bike? I just feel if you can't drive a car, you shouldn't drive. To me, it's responsibility.
But that's all. Oh, yes, everybody have fun at the food truck festival. Again, the roads will close. Road will close at 12 o'clock to 100 and 200 blocks. So please find alternate routes to get north of there. But yeah, otherwise, come on out, enjoy it.
Hey, I got a question, Chief.
Yes.
Do you happen to have any information that happened on the day at the lake? There was a truck that hit somebody's car right there next to the campground entrance.
It's the one.
Fireworks?
It was the day of the fireworks show. Yeah.
It was an accident. I mean.
Smacked,
Yeah.
the hell out of somebody's car and then drove off. And
Yeah, that was one of our DUI arrests.
Yeah.
oh, okay, that's what it was. All right. Answer that.
Makes
Everybody was
sense.
wondering right there, and I just so happened to be like right where the truck. I was right next to it when it happened, and then he sped off, and everybody was like, "All right,
He
well."
said he didn't know he did.
Yeah, no.
And Chief,
Awesome.
if you have the stats for Philadelphia Avenue, if you have in your email, can you just read them? Because I think they're really significant. I have it in mind if you. got it.
Yeah,
Somebody's car alarm's going off.
I don't have a car out there, so it's not me.
That's what you need.
Seemed just didn't ask what she did. How often is she?
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, so like I said. We had from the week of 7/27 through 8/2, we had 22 traffic enforcement details on Philadelphia Avenue with 24 traffic stops and 1 ticket issued.
There's a black word.
What's that?
Black
Black
Ford.
Ford F-150.
What about it?
It's an alarm going off.
I don't have black. Okay. Mine's not black.
How does
Is that
Yeah.
spot? Is electric? Is it the assessor? Assessor.
Oh, maybe I'll put this.
Yeah.
Did you find it? Cause I could pull up my email. if you-
So, yeah, I mean, I basically addressed all of it. So the 60 separate occasions, so the 60 separate times when we were on Philadelphia Avenue. So, yeah, 7/22, they were on the 100 block. They were on the 100 block for, at around 10 o'clock in the morning. They were on the 600 block. They were on the 100 block again around 1 o'clock, around 2 o'clock, 100 block, around 3 o'clock, 400 block.
So I think it said 28 motor vehicle stops and 4
Yeah,
citations.
Yep.
So I think that's a really good job because, and I think we have to continue that because the speeding continues. I mean, I'm on Philadelphia Avenue doing flower pot maintenance once a week. And I see it, they just, boom, they just go.
Again, it's one of those things where when the police are out there,
They won't do it.
they won't do it. And so.
But that means a lot because just like going over that bridge in Summers Point, everybody knows you have to go 25 because you're gonna get stopped. You know, once you establish that, then I think it's gonna get a lot better. And I would like to do that on the Whitehorse Pike too, if possible. I think that was a great endeavor that you did there.
There's a sign that's on St. Louis, right by the church, and it says like the speed limit is 25. This is like your last
We're
warning.
only warning.
Yeah. I don't know when they got there, but
That's been there for
That was there a long time
Yeah,
ago.
that's been
because
there forever.
That sounds
Actually,
great.
I saw what they had in Summers Point when I was mayor. And I asked John Baldy then to put that up. So it's been there a long time.
Funny.
I just have a suggestion. Is there any chance if is there a spot that you can't see where the police are? So then you pull them over, so then people can't
Where?
on the White Horse Pike or Philadelphia Avenue?
So
So they would have no clue. So then this way, moving forward, they wouldn't know whether somebody's there or not. So they would slow down regardless. Just a,
So there are areas on the White Horse Pike, however, with the advent of social media, you know, folks
true,
will say,
that's-
here they are. Additionally, on the White Horse Pike, one of the issues that we do run into is the traffic is a little dense and it makes it difficult to get out safely to get to the vehicles, and we're not going to speed and have excessive rates of speed to close the gap or anything like that. That creates a liability for the city, and so we have had initiatives where we've had multiple officers that we will call out different tags for whatever. If one is at the one end of the town, the other's the other end of the town, and then we have a chase officer, what is what we call them. So we do that. Philadelphia Avenue is difficult. You know, there's no place to not be seen. So.
and we don't have any spare cars just to leave it there and then move it here and here.
They figure that out pretty quickly. I don't know if you want a copy of her report.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, chief. Okay, CFO,
Nothing.
city clerk. Oh,
I lied, I'm sorry. I had a question, that was, emailed out ahead of time. Unfortunately, the DEP did not email Sylvan until yesterday, but, there is a resolution to accept the, site remediation grant from Ross Mill for the, site remediation and the remedial investigation portion.
so we can do that now, right? Okay, is there a motion?
Make that motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to do what Jody said. All in favor?
We do a roll call.
Roll call.
Jody,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Ortiz.
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Okay, resolution passes. Anything else? No.
No, that's it, thank you.
City clerk,
Nothing.
city attorney?
Nothing to report. Thank you.
Okay. This Carl with a C, this is Carl with a K. All right, engineer. Can't forget about that.
We'll go to the active stuff. Buffalo Avenue, we have the final change order, and we had to actually amend change order one. There was like a small calculation error. But ultimately you get money back. So that's always a good thing. Lake and Campground, so we got a letter from the Pinelands Commission that they revised their position on whether the map material would be permitted. Apparently, some of the council people reached out to them with state or photos of the map material in state parks of Pineland and guilted them into allowing us to do it. So the portion that we wanted to do along the dam will likely not be permitted. The portion on the beach from the parking that we proposed likely will be permitted. So we now have to revise the application documents and the plan, resubmit to the commission. We are also updating the cost estimate so we can figure out how much money will be left over in that grant. We had talked about reallocating the funds to redo the campground bathrooms and a concession stand. We won't have enough to do both now, so we have to figure out what's left and figure out how far we can get to accomplishing those goals. And then still work through DCA to get that portion approved. But yeah, that was nice. That was an interesting letter. Utility upgrades. So we are trying to get our bid documents together. The intent will be to award that in September. That would be the water and sewer portions. The electric is already up, already awarded, so we'll plan on starting that as soon as the campground closes. City Hall ADA improvements. Finally, looks like they put everything back together in here. Still some punch list work to do. Still some change order work to do, some other things, but nothing in here and nothing really in the bathrooms, other than punch. But moving right along.
Brian, I have a question.
Sure.
As far as I know you were going to take the glass out and replace it. Are they
Yeah.
gonna do that on the way in? Just one?
No, so
Just the
all of
outside?
doors will be replaced with clear glass panels. The contractor actually made a mistake. We sent back the approved submittal reflects clear glass on the doors and etched glass on the side lights. And for whatever reason, they ordered etched glass on everything. So that wasn't what we approved, it wasn't what we asked for. They placed the order for the clear glass, they're gonna replace with clear glass in all of it.
Okay, and how soon would they do that? Because that's kind of scary for somebody coming in
Yeah.
and
that's-
opening up the
not
property.
really
You don't know
well
if anybody's in there.
I don't know yet, we're still waiting for a lead time from the glass manufacturer. It
Uh-huh.
shouldn't be too long because it's pretty standard sizes,
Mhm.
but I would imagine at least a week or two.
And I don't know how, if this would be necessary or not, but it was suggested to me that the swipe
Mhm.
could be on the outside as opposed to in between the two doors.
Well,
Is
it's for
that?
the inside door, the outside door is left open, and so people can come in if it's.
been like
cold.
that for-
Same as it. Yeah, I know it has. I know, Steve had said in other places that they do it that way,
That's
so
right.
you wouldn't have to worry about it. Just
Right.
whatever, I
Yeah,
thought
we
I'd throw it out there.
With the configuration that was there, and if we want to change it, we certainly can.
Yeah.
Would you have
Or-
to change the swipe to be weather resistant?
Yeah,
Put it on the outside
we'd have
because-
to purchase a different style to be mounted, so.
I think.
I mean,
what
it
you
is a
were saying
cover.
was The edge glass
Yes.
would cause it, so once that's there. back-
Yeah, once you can see
Once it's
through it again,
fixed,
I think
it'll be
that can serve.
I didn't know whether it would be a quick fix in between.
Actually,
but I
he
don't
was
think
here
that was-
tonight, Steve,
Was he?
and he was
Okay.
asking me about that. And I told him what Ryan said, that
Okay.
that glass is gonna be replaced.
You guys don't like glass?
Yeah, the intent was never to be etched glass. You're always supposed to be able to see through it. We figured that etched on the side would be a decent way, because a lot of times there's a donation box or something tucked in between, so no reason to be able to see through all of the glass, but at minimum, the doors, you should be able to see what's on the other side if you open the doors.
Yeah.
And
that's-
Brian, what did I hear you say about the punch list for the bathroom?
So the punch list, there's stuff in here, there's stuff in the bathroom, punch list work
Okay.
is just.
So you're telling me that they still have items to fix, I hope?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, that's.
so I was just in there.
So our chief inspector is actually gonna walk through with Dave Maxwell, the owner of the company, tomorrow at 1.
Okay.
So,
Have them wash their hands.
what's that?
Have them wash their hands while they're in there.
I'm telling you, you gotta put your hand under there a little more.
Well, what happens is the thing drips on the floor if you don't.
Oh, the soap. Yeah, so we've already contacted them about that. That model soap dispenser is supposed to have the drip tray underneath.
Yeah, there's no
It just
drip.
Never got installed, so.
Thank you
we
for
reached out to
noticing
them
that.
About that. Yes.
Good, thank you,
Good.
that's perfect.
And one other thing.
Sure.
Beth, they put a hook or something on the wall, because when a woman walks in, there's nowhere for her to put her handbag
There's nowhere to hang it.
other than on the floor, which is already wet from the soap and the water, because there's no counter.
Yeah, we typically have a hook either on the back of the door or on the panel next to the door. So if that didn't go up, I'll make sure that gets it. Okay, New Orleans Avenue subdivision, I'm still waiting to get the paper from the county that says we have the county approval. I haven't seen that yet. I reached out to Chris' office and he said they don't have anything yet either. So as soon as we have that, we can move forward with filing the subdivision. The IMAC project, the contractor had to push back their start schedule. Originally, they wanted to start this week or the week before. It looks like they're gonna start probably either last week of August or the first week of September. So they had to push back a little bit, but once they get moving, we'll do that as quickly as they can.
For the IMAC stormwater project, do you guys have a list of all the storm drains that are gonna get fixed in the town?
Yeah, we have a map of it. This project is primarily on Beethoven Street from Philadelphia Avenue down to about 12th Terrace, which is short of San Francisco, I believe. There's a small section on Arago. There's a small section over here on Claudius from Philadelphia up to the bridge. And then there's a small section over on Second Terrace over here in Lincoln.
Yeah,
So-
Boston Avenue has two
Yeah.
that are,
I live in the corner,
Totally.
but what that being said, though, when they come through and they take these out, what is the full project gonna be after they take them out? Are they just redoing the corners, or do they plan on redoing the whole entire, like?
So they'll replace all of the inlet, the full structure, all of the pipe that connects it. We're only replacing, we have to replace the ADA ramps, because when you repave in front of them, you trigger replacement of the ramps. There's some limited curb replacement. And once all of that work is done, we will come back and mill and overlay the entire length of the street. So Beethoven Street from Philadelphia down to about 12th Terrace would be.
That'll be nice.
Yep. And we are actually working on, when we put this together initially, the employee who did it for us, I had her put together a full, like, I don't know, probably $10 million for the project, and then we met with Public Works Director, we broke it out into phases. So we had like the next 3 years ready to go. Unfortunately, she went on maternity leave and it never came back. We had it saved in a drive that was lost, so I had to restart that process, and we just came up with, or just finished doing an estimate to do the same project, because we take $3 million available for this fiscal year. To do Burger Street from Philadelphia Avenue down to about New Orleans. So we'll be providing a proposal probably next month to try to move that forward. To get another, about $3 million worth of construction done there. Next, reconstruction of Eastwick Street. I'm still trying to get a PS&E approval on that. We submitted about a year ago. I'll jump down to number 9 because we submitted that one on Monday and we got approval on Wednesday. So I can't really read what DOT is doing, but obviously know what we're doing because we got approval in 3 days on one, but we've been a year on the other. So I don't know. At this point, we're trying to get it both approved at the same time. We'll just advertise them both at the same time. That would be more attractive to bidders that would bid on it because we'll both and get some economy scale there. So yeah, we do both of those projects at the same time. And then the senior center ADA, we're trying to wrap up constructability review and we've done everything to try to get approval to bid the project from DCA. On the backside, I'm still trying to line up new soil borings for the Kira Field, Brownfields project, when we talked about most of the stuff that's going on for landfills. So we're working through all of those. Master plan, all of the other plans that we were waiting to get finalized are pretty much wrapped up at this point, so we can incorporate them all by reference, finalize the recommendations, and start making the presentation to the board. So that'll probably happen in October. I read the latest. The planning and design grant, that one is $2 million of design work, which comes with the $2 million of construction at the completion of the design and planning. That's the one that we're reviewing the entire city and redesigning the whole system. We'll have time to go through permitting so we can make revisions to the system. We'll have the ability to incorporate things like water quality projects and potentially storage that would offset some development for 30. So we're trying to just get authorization with buyback to get that started. But the projected schedule just on the planning design portion is 30 months. So
Would that include planning of what we discussed between Atlantic and Whitehorse Pike?
So that was not originally incorporated, but the planning and design funds are available still. So I actually suggest putting that together as its own like standalone project.
Okay.
For this fiscal year.
Yep.
And then I jumped ahead a little bit, but the next clean water project, Burger Street from London to San Francisco, is what we are targeting. So we'll be bringing a proposal and then some recommendations for moving forward with that with IBank too.
Good.
So that's all I got on the list.
For some reason, I
Question?
get a page 2. Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, so some of the copies came out single sided, some of them came out double sided.
Yeah.
I have a question, Ryan. Is the county bridge still planned to start September 26th, 2026, or has that been pushed back?
I haven't heard differently, but the conversations I've had with the county have not been overwhelmingly positive. So
Am I not surprised?
I don't, I can't speak to one way or the other whether they're able to move forward on that schedule, but they just contacted me a week and a half ago about some planned revisions they were making. So if they're still making revisions, my guess is they're not going to be out to construction on that schedule. So, I mean, we're getting to the point where they might have to reconstruct Philadelphia Avenue from Route 30 to the bridge before they do the bridge. Because they have a funding timeline for that project, which is shorter. So I'll let you know when I hear anything more, but I'm supposed to, and with the bike path project too, I'm supposed to have a meeting with Mike McClellan from CME and Ejesh from DOT at some point. I need Mike some availability for this week and next week. I'm just get back. So.
Thanks for letting me know that. I was going to ask you because I didn't see any emails.
Yeah, he found them separately and I provided some.
Okay, good. We have to get that straightened out. We can't lose that project now after all these years.
Yeah, that would be pretty difficult. So there you go.
Okay, number 15 on our agenda. Thank you, Ryan. Motion to approve use of facilities, Lincoln Park Community Resource Fair Greater Egg Harbor Regional Coalition for Friday, September 18th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Number 16 is a resolution to award Sourcewell Fleet Management Contract.
Make a motion.
Is there a second? Questions on the motion?
Yeah, what was this one here? The word source?
I can explain if you want. So we go through Enterprise for fleet management services, and they have a Sourcewell, which is like a national purchasing co-op. We actually had done one back, I think, in either June or early July. But they actually, Sourcewell negotiated a new contract with them, so this is just kind of replacing anything new after that new date. Will be all new Sourcewell contract.
Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Ortiz.
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Number 17, resolution change order number 1, revised Buffalo Avenue reconstruction.
I make a motion.
Second.
And motion has been made and seconded. Questions? You just mentioned the changes that you.
Yeah, there was a minor correction, it's a minor calculation. So we're correcting it in the first one, and then the second one, which is the next item on the agenda, is the final change order, which again, it results in a deduct of $1,100.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway.
Yes.
Heist.
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Ortiz.
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Number 18, resolution change order number 2, Buffalo Avenue reconstruction. Motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway.
Yes.
Heist.
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Ortiz.
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Motion passes. Number 19, resolution to participate in the Atlantic County Pre-Disaster Mitigation Plan. Yeah, please.
So, FEMA requires what they call pre-disaster mitigation for us to be eligible for FEMA funding. Many years ago, there were 4 towns that somehow didn't participate in the county plan. So we were the lead agency for those 4, and we did our own little mitigation plan. And then when the county did their next update, we basically rolled it into the county plan. The county gets a grant, we kind of all participate and, go into the county plan, but each individual municipality has their own little piece of it. We'll have like a committee or whatever that'll kind of go through as they ask questions and update the plan, but I think it's every 5 years that you're required to update the plan, so. As of now, the county did not get a grant this year, but when I checked with the county, as of now, they're planning to cover the cost. But we'll find out at some point, they have their own meeting coming up in September, but as of right now, she said the counties will cover it. Again, we'll probably need like a committee of different people that might be affected by a disaster or whatever, the police and, public works and things like that. But we'll go through the process, but this way the county handles it and we're part of the county plan.
So Atlantic County did not get the FEMA funding?
Yeah, to do the plan, to do the plan update, yeah, in the past, they had gotten like, I guess, planning grants to participate in the plan.
Do you know approximately what it would cost if they did deny us? A lot, okay.
Would it be helpful for them to have the study that we just did for climate vulnerabilities and all that
When
stuff?
we get there, I'll let you know. So, yeah, we're not, this is, the county just wants participate, like, basically to know who's participating, so.
We
Exactly.
kind of did this backwards. We should have had the motion first, but is there a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Second, motion made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway.
Yes.
Heist.
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Ortiz.
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Number 20, resolution shared service agreement extension with Township Hamilton Dispatch and Computer Maintenance Service.
The motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. I'll just say something about this. We had a meeting with Hamilton yesterday. They actually came here in force. They had a big group. So they're giving us till the end of the year to extend the contract so we can have some more discussion. We told them we thought their price was high, what they want to charge us. And we gave them a counter, which we haven't heard back on what that will be, but so we're in negotiations with them. We have more time now to do that. So
So Joe, we're extending further than September 8th?
Yes.
That's what it said?
Yes.
Okay, so till the end of the year.
Yes. Now, I don't know, we have to do a separate resolution for that?
No,
Okay.
I didn't get the new agreement yet, you just.
Okay. All right. Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Ortiz, Sen,
Yes.
Timber.
Yes.
Okay, number 21, resolution canceling property taxes on city-owned property.
You want me to explain this?
Let's do the motion first.
I make
Motion,
I make a motion.
is there a second?
Second.
Motion made, seconded, questions? Go ahead.
Sorry, Laura, I just forwarded this. So these are a couple different properties I think the city had either foreclosed on or someone had turned over to the city, and these are just credit balances that she's trying to clean up the account.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Dovey,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Ortiz,
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timber.
Yes.
Resolution passes. 22, resolution continued support for the United States Air Force to base F-35 fighter jets in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
So much.
Is every county, I'll let you ask the motion.
I'm not sure where this came from. Who is?
A second.
It was
There you go, yeah, now I can ask.
Okay,
Do you ever know if other counties are having to vote on this, or is this?
I don't know.
Or,
It's just a resolution supporting them to say that it was sent by the legislator and
We did one years ago.
it's again on to be cut. It's been on before,
Well, what
the close, I guess.
do we in Egg Harbor City have to do with the Air Force basing fighter jets in Atlantic City?
Well,
I think we're just saying-
we
Behind.
call it the Lancet.
Yeah, the more
County.
support.
No,
it
no, I
has,
know,
the
at the
better.
base.
Yeah.
At
The
the
more
base.
support that it has, the better, because you do want those jets here at some point in time. Are they?
That's the good of it.
And
I
we
mean,
have
we
a stay in it.
Okay. I think it just looks good if.
Okay.
Yes.
Get each
resolution.
municipality.
This way, They did this for smoking.
Yeah, like you don't have authority to.
We are the-
Anything other than to
yeah.
support it, broad.
Right.
Right.
So we did this one backwards. So motion. Is there a
I
motion?
got a Hesse first.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Nine.
Atlantic City has the alert for the eastern coast.
Are all in favor?
That's a good.
Aye.
Opposed? That one passes. Okay, number 22 is a public hearing on ordinance number 12, amending the code, City of Egg Harbor, general legislation, vehicles and traffic, Article 3, parking, standing and stopping. Is there a motion
Make a motion.
to hold a public hearing? Motion has been made and seconded.
Yes.
Roll, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Any public hearing?
Yeah, well. Anybody in the public wish to be heard on this ordinance? This is the one for the parking on one side of the street on some of our cross streets.
Yeah, but it's not annotated on the actual motion that, it's not specific to any street though, right? This
It is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
There's we
I
have,
know it was a big problem in front of the schools. It's a big problem on some of the.
Taking it case by case now.
there's,
Yeah,
yes,
it's on it?
Yeah.
there's a
There's
resolution
the fire trucks. we
that
did for-
details that. So the biggest change is
Beethoven.
Arago and Beethoven,
Mhm.
right off of Philadelphia Avenue. Anyone else wish to be heard? Anyone from the public?
You're just looking to make that a one way.
One side parking.
Parking.
Are you just gonna put signs on the other side that say do not parking?
Yes.
And it's not the whole street. It's up till like Buffalo on one side and Liverpool on the other. So,
That'll help with emergency vehicles and utility vehicles.
Yes.
and eventually to Tanner's point, we're probably gonna have to look at other streets in town too.
If you have something, Tanner, let us know, and we'll, we can add it. We already have,
I just look at a lot of the traffic that comes through when during the school hours, mornings and pickup times around 3 o'clock. And that's really when you see a lot of it happen. I mean, I'm sure there's other times too, but
I just heard from Buffalo Avenue. And then up to Liverpool Avenue, but Buffalo Avenue is 2 blocks off of Main Street, Liverpool is 1 block off. Why don't we go to London Avenue?
That was the suggestion, right, chief?
Yeah.
To do to Liverpool.
like I said, to
This was spearheaded by the fire chief, and I told him that whatever he thought was best, I would support, because
he has the apparatus that is larger, so I think that may.
So it was recommended to us.
Okay.
So
Very
you're
well.
saying go past Philadelphia Avenue?
No, I'm
It-
saying.
It does.
Go to London
London.
Avenue.
Yeah, Buffalo's 2
Because
blocks.
Buffalo's 2 blocks off,
Makes sense.
Liverpool is only 1 block off, why not go to London Avenue, but saying that this is a suggestion of the fire chief, I mean.
I think they were pointing
I'm
out
not gonna argue
areas,
with them.
I think they were pointing out areas that they knew were problems.
Okay, very well, very well.
For the engines, yeah.
Yeah.
Very well.
And to the point, if there's ever a time in the future that I think needs to be changed, it's pretty easy just to do another ordinance and add things in, so. Maybe
Okay.
something to consider for future rather than pooling today unless we look at there's disagreement, but it's very much a question.
Yeah, because all those people that were parked on that side of the road now have to find another road to park on, so we're probably gonna have to extend it.
Yeah, and the one thing that I always worried about with this ordinance was that some people won't be able to park in front of their house. And that could be a problem for some. Is there a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, is there a motion to adopt
So
the ordinance?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Doby,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist,
Yes.
Hesse,
Yes.
Keener,
Yes,
Ortiz.
Yes.
Sen,
Yeah.
Timbers.
Yes.
and that will be posted as the new law dictates on our city website. All right, number 24. Bill list. Is there a motion to pay the bills?
Make a motion.
Motion has been made and seconded. Questions on the bills? Roll call, please.
Doby,
Yes.
Galloway,
Yes.
Heist.
Yes.
Hesse.
Yes.
Keener,
Yes.
Ortiz.
Yes.
Sen,
Yes.
Timbers.
Yes.
Okay, number 25 is public comment. Anyone wish to be heard on any issue? Sir?
It's Dan Histon, 5930 Deer. Haven't been here in a while. I missed it. So what's going on with I talked to the Pinelands today. I have a copy of the letter. And is there a public meeting for this with the land use?
Yeah, so he hasn't applied to the city's land use board or the county's planning board yet.
Okay,
He has to apply to both will have public hearings, notices set out to 200-foot lists, so 200 feet.
okay.
They have a notice in their mail of when the date will be and what location will be.
So we don't have any of that yet then?
No, he hasn't applied yet, so.
Okay, okay, that's all I need. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, at this point, we're gonna we'll dispense of we can do mayor comments first.
I don't really have anything.
Okay. No, says.
I just wanted to bring up one thing as far as the cannabis. I just wanted to find out. Do we have a committee to oversee the cannabis, like what is going on? Because I know Jody is collecting, the monies and stuff.
I would think that would be under finance, and we have talked a lot about it, yeah. So what are you asking specifically?
Well, I'm specifically asking about 801.
Okay,
And, I believe they're behind. Is this true?
Just it would only be like a week or so, that pretty
Okay.
much just do, we've just like.
talking about the Rockies place.
Yeah. So I got, on the 31st, their controller of July finally sent me their report, so it looks like they would have had potentially a tax that would have been due for the second quarter of 2026, so. We think the city, they pay, I did follow up with her, if they're. Can ask me,
You have a
but it was
contact?
just on the 31st,
You have a
yeah.
contact?
Their manager had sent me like their accountant and all that, so I've been kind of corresponding with her, trying to figure out, what are they actually. So from what she sent me, the way I read their returns, because they're not like, they don't file regular sales tax returns because of the type of business that it is, so it's kind of based on like weight and stuff, so I'm like, well, this looks like you're selling something in the second quarter, so I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be some tax due.
And there's gotta be records of that.
So, yeah, so I'm just waiting to.
Yep.
And,
Anything else?
and that was the other thing. How do we know how much?
Because they have records of sales and stuff.
Yeah, so right now.
Based on,
Just there,
The ones that are like retail are sending me sales tax returns because those numbers tie out exactly to what they're reporting to the state. Unfortunately, they're cultivator, right? And my Can't remember.
Yes. Yes.
So cultivators, so they don't really file regular sales tax returns, but they have to do some kind of excise tax, which shows like pounds of ounces or something that they're selling. So they finally had.
So they sell to a dispensary, we have a record. We
Who are
can
we
get.
talking? We're talking about the one on the White Horse Pike?
No.
No.
Philadelphia.
Oh, we're talking about, okay, the milk
Rocky.
factory.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so it looks like as of, like I said, on the second quarter, there were some ounces that were reported on this excise tax, so.
Sure.
Trying to get now what they would actually be owing us.
And
Canada's tax for that. The problem is, like, I guess I'm not blaming the state or anybody, but there's really no guidance, you know what I mean? You're
Right.
kind of just like trying to figure it out, so.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
trying to
know,
be.
I'm just saying, yeah.
I'm just trying to make sure that we,
Yeah.
you know, get everything that we
Exactly.
should be getting. And the other thing is there any way that they can, when they send it to the state, that we are CC'd at that same exact time, so we know how much is being sent? Because we can't ask them.
I guess.
We,
So I don't think
Carl, is that something that
But there's,
we could get legal opinion on, how they have to report that?
Yeah.
So
I
I
think
think if we, for something like that, I think you need to put it in your ordinance.
I was
And
gonna
say
say,
that,
we kind of have deadlines and dates.
Yeah, amend the ordinance and put it in as a requirement. There should be a specific ordinance that governs the taxes. We should just amend that, add in the requirement for reporting that they simply give us a copy of whatever they report to the state.
Yeah, there is stuff, like, it's, I don't know if it specifically says what they give to the state, but it does say they're required to give us reports, and I think we can like request an audit if they don't give us certain reports. I'll have to look at the ordinance, but for now, I've been trying to just get copies of what they give to the state, because to me, that's, you know, official, if they're filing it with the state, then.
How often do they
right, is
file
it
with the
stamped
state?
or, you know?
Literally. Well, actually, these excise ones look like they were monthly, what she had sent me was actually monthly for the year.
Have they even had growth cycles now?
They must have, because they finally, the last couple of months, there were numbers that were reported, like the first couple of months were all like 0, 0, 0 for the beginning of the year, but the last couple of months it looked like actual ounces that were. like,
We should want everything, so if they sell their trash, we should, no, I'm serious, they do, if they sell their trash, we should want copies, we should want them to notice us. Everything.
All of them should do the same, you know?
So maybe we can look at the ordinance and talk about it a little bit, figure out what we are getting and then maybe what we should be getting.
Yeah.
And we can all revise it, you know.
Because how are they doing it? Yeah. How are they doing in the industrial park, the business that we have there? How are they reporting that?
They have sales tax returns, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they're a cultivator. I don't think we have any.
They're not a cultivator?
I thought they were,
So did I.
The one with the greenhouse, I think she's.
The one that just expanded
where Bellis was. the
on,
Bellis building.
on Bremen Avenue.
Oh, 1401 Bremen.
Is that the Jersey Grown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1401 Bremen.
I think that they.
Well, she can get this information.
Let me- yeah, let's look.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't. Yeah, we just have to, could you just send that in?
Requested all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe they just forgot to report it because there's something short-term memory.
Yeah. It's smoking.
That's probably the case. Yeah. Anything else?
No, I just
Okay.
think maybe we should be up on reports to send to us about it.
Right. We'll ask for that. Well, Mr. Doe? Nothing. Mr. Ortiz?
I had a good time at the cookout. So to all the people that showed up from all the apartment complexes and everywhere else in the city, looking forward to the next one this fun.
Just come on out to Food Truck Fest. It's always a great time. And I just want to say a small victories. The bridge right over here, the little wooden bridge right here between Washington and Norfolk especially on your way to Hamburg Avenue, there was a big thud every time you went over it. And so I contacted the mayor and she contacted the county, and no more than a week later, everything was literally smoothed out. If you go over that bridge right over here, on Camp Street, it's smooth as silk. So it's just a sign that this
Thank you.
Can work.
All right, anything else? Mrs. Heiss?
I just have two things. Mrs. Lambert, Dorothy Lambert, I don't know if anybody knows who she was. She passed away the other day. She was 103 years old.
Lampkin.
Lampkin, I'm sorry, Mrs. Lampkin. I knew her name.
From Washington, yeah.
Yes. 103 years old. She was the organist at the Moravian Church for many, many years. I believe she was a school teacher, but she was an amazing woman. I just wanted, to put it out there. I don't know if she was the oldest resident that we've ever had in Egg Harbor City, but she had her wits until the very end, they said. And then, today, Deb Algenbright passed away. Our former councilwoman, Casey Antonese, it's her mom. So if everybody could say prayers for Casey and her twin boys. They lived with her mom to just get through this really tough time. It would be appreciated. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. I just want to talk a little bit about the time capsule. We were all excited about opening this time capsule last Saturday. And we cut it open and unfortunately there was moisture in it. We don't think it leaked. We think it was condensation from being underground. So it was a glob of material that was paper. And we pulled it out and I actually took it home in our yard and laid it out on tables and did salvage some of it. And I posted that on the historical page. And we're going to turn everything that we have over to the Historical Society, including the plaque that was in the ground. So if you haven't seen it already on the Egg Harbor City historical page, the pages that we were able to dry out and be able to read, some of it's pretty interesting, but a little disappointing that there was other stuff in there that it just will never recover. So, and with that, we're going to go to 26A, which is actually the old number 5, to executive session. So we're going to go back. They can stay. We're good.
We won't have any business to.
It's nice. Watch the movie. Ready? Okay, motion to come out of executive session?
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're out of executive session. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion. Second.
Motion made second to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
Make a statement, does the attorney have to make a statement?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Chris actually said we don't.
Oh.
All in favor? Yeah.
Aye.
Opposed? No.